Hi Phoebe, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. My name is Mrs. Mayo. I know we've met a couple times since you started here at Chestnut Ridge Middle School, but I just wanted to reintroduce myself. My secretary told me that you put in a pass to come down and meet with me.
Yes.
Okay. So before we get started today and we, discuss what you wanted to come down and meet me for, I just wanted to discuss confidentiality with you. Do you know what confidentiality means?
No.
Okay. So confidentiality basically just means that whatever we talk about in my office stays here. I won't, tell your mom or dad. I won't tell your teachers. I won't tell, I won't post it to my Facebook page. What happens in here stays in here. However, there are 3 different situations where I might need to break that confidentiality and break that trust because it would be beneficial to you or someone else. Those situations are if you are discuss harming yourself or harming someone else, if you talk about any abuse that might be happening to you or anyone else, or if the courts ask me to provide some information about what we've talked about in a legal situation, I would have to tell them. So those are the 3 situations where I would unfortunately have to talk to someone else about what went on here today. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions about confidentiality?
No, I think I get it.
Okay. So, what's up? What brought you down here today?
I've just been feeling really nervous lately.
Okay. Nervous how?
My stomach gets upset a lot, and I find my mind just kind of going on and on and on. I can't really, my thoughts just keep going.
Okay. So your stomach hurts in a nervous way, in a stomach pain way?
They kind of get in knots.
In knots, okay. I know what you mean. And your mind kind of just wanders off?
Yeah, I just find myself thinking about my assignments a lot or tests that are coming up, stuff like that.
Okay, so it seems like it's a lot of worrying.
Yeah.
Okay, so your stomach hurts and you're worrying a lot. Okay. Have you ever heard the term anxious?
I've heard of it, but I'm not exactly sure what it means.
Okay, so what you're kind of describing, the stomach knots, the worrying and endless thoughts, that kind of seems to me like maybe you're feeling a little anxious or overwhelmed, with whatever might be happening in your life. Do you think or do you know why you might be feeling that way?
Well, the only thing I could think of is that it only started when I came to this new school. So I don't know if it maybe has to do with changing all the different classes that I'm taking. I'm taking all advanced classes. So the only thing that really changed since just started is that I'm at a new school now.
Okay, so definitely coming from elementary school to middle school is a huge adjustment. Like you said, you're switching classes, right? You're not staying with the same teacher all day. You have to go to your locker in between periods, right? You don't just keep your book bag in the back of the classroom.
Yeah.
How has the locker situation been? Have you been having trouble getting it open?
Sometimes I do. Whenever I don't get it on the right try, I get kind of flustered and I get nervous that I'm going to get late or be late to class. Right. So I end up, when I'm nervous, then I have even more trouble getting it.
Right.
So it has been a little bit tricky.
Okay. And, I looked over your power school before you came down. You really do have a difficult schedule, especially coming from elementary school. This is your first time in any type of advanced class. It's not just like everyone in your grade is divided up equally between teachers. You're with other students who are also, high performing academically. It seems, very, very bright students in your class. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get why that seems like and feels like a lot of pressure. Looking at your grades, you have all A's. So it seems to me like you really care about doing well in school.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Your typical day when you go home, what's it look like? Do you do a lot of homework?
Yeah, I do. I feel like for me, when I'm actually doing the homework and getting it done, I feel okay. It's more when I'm in school and the teachers are giving me all of the assignments, it's sounds like a lot all at once. But when I'm at home, I'm normally okay.
Okay, so when you're at home, you're not feeling this anxious kind of stomach in knots, overwhelmed feeling.
Not really. It's more when I'm learning about everything that's coming up with school.
Okay, so it's just this, when your English teacher's saying you have a paper due tomorrow and your math teacher's saying we have a quiz Friday, that kind of gets you all out of sorts and gets you worked up a little bit. Okay, those are totally normal feelings. I get it. And it seems like it's only happening in school, so it's definitely just kind of like the environmental things that are going on around you. So today I think we can maybe come up with a couple ideas or strategies that can kind of help you take a deep breath, take a step back when you're feeling that kind of overwhelmed feeling, to try and get you to calm down and kind of make you feel, better about what's going on. Because like I said, you're managing it okay, right? You're still getting really good grades. You're still happy at home. So we want to make sure that you're happy when you come to school too. In an ideal world, if you're at home, you're not stressed, what are you doing?
Reading.
Reading, you like to read?
Yeah.
Me too. So that's actually a really good alternative. Maybe when you come into school, bring a novel with you. You're feeling overwhelmed. You can maybe take out your book, read a couple pages, kind of get you calmed down, and bring you back to kind of, school and everything makes you less overwhelmed, and then kind of get back to class after that. Do you think, taking a couple minutes during class when you're feeling that way might help?
Yeah, I think it might distract me from all the thoughts that I have running in my head. Make me think about what I'm reading instead of all the assignments that I just got or whatever it is.
Right, okay, good. So is that something you're willing to try, bringing in a book to class?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Do you like to write at all?
Not really.
Okay, so for me, something I do when I'm feeling overwhelmed is I have a journal and I, write some things down. I'll write, why I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'll write maybe things that make me happy instead to distract me. Sometimes I'll just write some song lyrics of my favorite song. But if you don't like to write, do you like to draw by chance?
I do.
You like to draw?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, are you in art class now?
Yeah.
Oh, good, perfect. So maybe instead of journaling, in the traditional sense of writing words, maybe you can just draw pictures of, maybe how you're feeling, or, you said, where's your favorite place to get to be?
I really like to go to the beach in the summer.
Perfect. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe you can draw a picture of you on the beach with your family and friends, and that can kind of get you back into, a good headspace.
Okay.
Okay, is that something you might want to try?
Yeah, I can try it.
Awesome. I can grab you an extra drawing pad from our supply closet as we, walk out. So just remind me on our way out, I'll grab you a notepad and you can try and start in that, next period if you want to.
Okay.
Other than that, I think I think that's a really good place to start, those two strategies. Would you be okay if I reached out to your teachers to let them know kind of what's going on, that you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed with this kind of new workload of advanced classes, and that there are some things we're trying to kind of help you feel less stressed?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay, just because I don't want your teachers to see you, taking out a notepad and doodling instead of writing your notes, and then them getting upset with you or thinking that you're checking out of their class.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
Right, you're a good student. That's the last thing you need. That's probably will even stress you out more if your teacher, you're getting in trouble with your teachers. So I'll let them know that you might sometimes be reading a book, that you might be jotting, doodling in your notebook. That being said, though, I want, just to make sure that that this isn't, a way to get out of doing classwork, right?
Right.
You're not going to take advantage of it. And I don't think you would. I see your grades. I know that you're a stellar student and you care a lot about being, getting good grades and performing well. I just want to make sure that you're not going to take advantage of these two things, and, you're still going to respect your teachers and their time.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, I figured that. I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. And then the only other thing, have you ever hearing about this, have you ever talked to mom and dad?
I haven't. I thought about it and I just didn't want to worry them. I figured I would talk to you first and see if I needed to tell them or not.
Okay. Would you feel comfortable going home and talking to mom and dad about, our conversation that we had, what you're going to be trying at school, and then seeing, how they react or what their thoughts are on it?
Yeah, I feel like now that I have some strategies, it'd be better to tell them now, because I know how I can start to work on it.
Perfect. Okay, so that sounds great. So you'll go home and talk to mom and dad. I will put in a pass and I'll put in an appointment for us to meet again, this time next week. So in the meantime, I want you to, focus on trying those two strategies, reading your book if you need to for a couple minutes, taking out your notepad and doodling a little bit if you need to, and also have that conversation with mom and dad, because I think you might be surprised how they respond and how they can, they probably are happy to support you in any way they can, and maybe they have some strategies that they can, help you with. So what in the next week, try those things. We'll meet, and you can let me know how that conversation with mom and dad went, and we can see how this is working out for you and how this anxiousness is doing.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'll walk you out and I'll grab you that notepad, and then I'll write you a pass back to class.
Thank you.
You're welcome.